Number 69, using the data in Appendix G, calculate the standard enthalpy change for each of the following reactions. And then we have the reaction right here. So we need to do methane gas, which is CH4, plus nitrogen gas, N2, right? And that will yield HCN gas plus NH3 gas. Now what I did for you guys is I already went into Appendix G and wrote down the delta H values that correspond with each substance, okay? And they said enthalpy change, so I only care about the delta H. Delta H is enthalpy. If you look on Appendix G, you're going to see 3 columns. You only have to worry about the delta H values. So now since I have this, I'm ready to look at my formula, right? How do we find an enthalpy for a reaction? Well, it's pretty simple. It's this formula right here. It's basically the delta H for a whole reaction, RxN is reaction, is just equal to the sum of all of the delta H's of the products minus the sum of all the delta H's of the reactants. So basically what I have to do is I just have to get one number for the products, one number for the reactants, and then subtract them. So how do we do that? Pretty simple. All we're going to do is we're going to take each number that was on the chart, and we're going to multiply by how many we have in our equation. Now, I don't see any coefficients, so I can't take it for granted that this is balanced. So I'm just going to scan this equation to just see if it's balanced, and actually, it does seem balanced. Thank goodness. But always just check, because then the math will be thrown off. Now, since it's balanced, what we're going to do is you basically take how many you have in your equation. So for example, I have 1 methane, so you have to multiply this by 1. But there's going to be 1s across the board. I have 1 and 2, so I multiply this by 1. I got 1 HCN, so I multiply that number by 1, and then 1 NH3, so I multiply that by 1. Now, you have to add them, right? We have to add the reactants and add the products to get one number. So I just add these two together. And let's see. This is just going to be the same, negative 74.6. So that one was pretty easy. But now this one, I just have to add 135.5 plus a negative 45.9. So I get 89.6. Okay, now we're ready. Delta H, so the change in enthalpy for the reaction would be the sum of the products, which is 89.6, and I'm going to minus negative 74.6. So when you do that, remember it's keep change change, right? This is technically adding a positive number. So let's see. 89.6, 74.6, 74.6. So I get 164.2, and that's in kilojoules per mole. I know that it's in kilojoules per mole because the standard unit for delta H's, if you're using your appendix, is always kilojoules per mole. So we're done. So this one is pretty endothermic because the answer was a positive number. So that means that this reaction will absorb 164.2 kilojoules per 1 mole of substance. And there you go. Thank you so much for viewing the video. I really hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel to help us out. Thank you so much for that. And I will see you all in later lessons. Hope you're having a great day. All right? Be well. Take care. Bye-bye.